I think what we need to do get up here and get ready to set this bean trellis up today. First thing I'm gonna have to do is pack all this stuff over here. And I guess what I could do is rake this down just a little. I don't really believe I'm even going to have to do that, because as loose as this dirt is, it'll settle. So I think maybe we want to leave ourselves plenty of room to work around these with them taters there. So let's set it right here. Try it right here anyway. Let's give her a shot right here. Shouldn't take just a few minutes to set this up. I'm gonna take all this netting off that was on there before, and we'll take all that off. And put new on it. I don't mind leaving it on there, but I think the zip ties is about seen their better day. I need Curly here to help me set this up. Boyd Watson, you know him? Curly O. I don't believe it matters. No. Yeah, boy. Mm-hmm. I think that's about right. Mm-hmm. Beans, beans, and more beans. You know, we can usually get all the beans we need from that trellis right there. And on a hot day, it really makes you cooler on a person. To get up under there and pick beans. Yeah, this is illegal. An illegal eagle. Okay. Okay. I can just leave that old on there. It'll just make it. No. I'll either leave it on. I might be able to pull these back together. Let's see. Oh yeah. I can leave that on. Just put new zip ties on. All I have to do is cover the top. Speaking of the top, the bows, let's go get them. Now that's one. We got one on here that has got a sprinkler on it. And it goes on the back. Well, the top's gone. I think I took that off. I might as well get this off of there. Might as well to take it off because it's I've took that top off and put it on one of these right there. It's up on that top there. The other one went bad. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of this right now. Take it off. No need to even have it on there. So let's get these up. These kind of get a little aggravating sometimes. But I think we'll be all right. I usually can tighten that with my finger, just snug it up. It'll hold it in there till we get the other one. And just like this. Just like that. Now, where do we want to put that on? Close to the end there, don't we? About right there. And then just tighten it up. No big deal. Yeah. Now, wasn't that simple? Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run these through here, and I'll go ahead and I might as well tighten them. Might as well put them on as I go. Yeah, I had to move this to till all this stuff. They need moved anyway. You need to rotate your stuff every once in a while. It don't hurt a thing to do that. And this, it was in a shape that it needed to be moved, where we could get in there and till around it, all that stuff. It makes life a lot easier. I'm just setting this up to know where that I'm wanting to have this. I'm not gonna be planting no beans today. Might plant some peas though, but not, you know, planting some peas might not be a bad idea. I kind of hate to plant peas because I know, I'm talking about sugar snap peas. I have got some top pick peas that I'm gonna try to plant a row of. And what's the matter there? What's the matter there? There we go. Gonna keep it pulled together. But the top pick peas, I don't think they're purple hull peas. I don't know what they are, some kind of cow pea. I had planted down there by the corn, Hickory King corn last year. And the deer were quite fond of it. And they ate most of them up. But it gave us enough. We didn't get any. But it gave us enough to save all the seeds we'll need this year. It did. I built this for a guy to put on a 16-foot trailer to go deer hunting. And when I got it done, then he started talking some foolishness, and he didn't know how to back out. He didn't have the integrity just to back out of the deal, which I didn't care. He said, "Is that ain't the pipe that we was talking about, was it?" I said, "That's the exact pipe that we were talking about. Come out of the exact pile." And so I knowed when he said that he's wanting to crawfish, so. Unfortunately, people like that, is the ones that, you know, I didn't ask for no money down or nothing. I trusted him. I usually do most people, but now there's a few that'll come along that pull stunts like he did, and all that does is it just makes it harder on the rest of the customers, because you can't custom make stuff like this and then have people crawfish and back out. But the thing of it is, I knowed instantly where this was going when he started there. So, I mean, I just took it to help the man out. He's going deer hunting. And he wanted to have something to put on his trailer where he could put his little pup tent in it and stuff like that again. But anyway, it don't matter. But now what I'm saying is, when people do you that way, then you have to say, oh, I'm not gonna make anything else. The next that I make will be cash up front. And but most of the time, the people that you try to help will be the ones that'll chafe you. They'll be the one that chafed you every time. Unfortunately. That is very unfortunate, really, it is. I've come to the conclusion years ago that the majority of the people, when it comes to business, the majority of them, I didn't say all of them, the majority of them is pretty good. They're pretty trustworthy. There's a few though. There's a few you're better off not dealing with. And those cats are the ones that just like I say, you're better off without them when it comes to business. Of course, the people that are in business knows exactly what I'm talking about. They know exactly what I'm talking about. But actually, at the end of the day, he done me a big favor, because I'd probably never built this for myself. We've used it several years. It'll last a long time. It surely will. Now, all I have to do here now is just kindly, I'll just kindly make sure it's straight and in line. And push it back. Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. Fine as frog. Now just saw that back and forth just a little. Just a little. Looks to me like maybe it's kind of needs sprung out at the bottom. Just a little. Maybe. I don't know if it needs it or not, but it's gonna be. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Now what that'll do, that will make sure all them's in. I knowed they wasn't. This right here ain't in. I'm going there and check them all, make sure they're where they need to be. I've got one. Right here's one that ain't in. So anyway, we'll put them in, and that'll straighten things up. So loosen it up. That's all you have to do. Pull it, push it in there. Then hold it. Tighten it back up. That's in. This one, I think's in, but it could go in a little more. That one's in. That one's in, that one's in. This one ain't. Here's the culprit, right here. That's the culprit that ain't in there right. It's in there now. And that ain't either, because that was holding it out, wasn't it? Might as well check the other side too. Yeah, that one's out. This one's out just a little. Now, the rest of them, I think, are close. This one's out just a little too. Let's take them in. Get everything lined up. I think that's it. That will do it. This one's out of higher too. Well, where'd you go, little feller? Ain't that something? Where the dickens did it go? There it is. Okay. I think that will be just fine right there. And that'll make my wife happy. I've got to do, let's see, I'm gonna have to go get my rake first. Let's go get the rake. Yeah. There's no need to worry about none of this in here, because it needs packed down a little. Of course, I'll plant some stuff in here too. I'll just go ahead and rake it down right along the edge, because outside is where I'll be sowing the seed, the bean seed. And I don't know when I'll plant these. I may plant them on Good Friday. That's what I may do. That's what I may do. Throw that right there. So I believe that everything is looking all right here. You boy. I'm gonna go around this side and rake just a little. That big stick off of there. Make sure nothing's in here. Yeah, like that. There's a piece of wood. Hey boy, no big deal. And I'll just pull these together, and when I get ready, and just zip tie them right back. It's not the crop netting that's deteriorated on that. It's the, what in the dickens is that? Big briar come with that thing. We don't want that in here. We'll take it back out. Get it out of here. All right. What I went and got this for wasn't to fight the briars. It was to go from this string, which is right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where I want to be. It's 4. Should have done this before I set up. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just that much off. Now it's just right. So there we go. We've got this in line with our string. Now we can come off this back side here and we can stay in line with the rows through here. I just like doing that. I just like doing that. Okay, let me take this sprayer stuff and put it in the greenhouse. Okay, just like I say, I'll run 1 or maybe 2 runs of crop netting across the top, and I've got plenty of crop netting. I'll probably just go ahead and take that off. Actually, let's take it off. I'll show you how easy it comes off. We'll just go ahead and take that off and get rid of it. We will, yeah. Start on this end. Let's see how yeah, see there? Those ties are deteriorated. And all you have to do is jerk it. Yeah, see? Simple. And that way, I should have took this off before I brung it in the garden, but that's all right. It's organic, they said. Okay. There we go. We've got that mess wrapped around our feet now. There we go. And I'll pull this one off the same way. When we get back out here, it'll be just like we started new. What's in there? What's in there? Okay, oh, just a piece of cake. Just grab it and just give it a little jerk. Them ties not UV protected. That's a fact. Okay. Take this mess and put it in the burn pile right now. So all I have to do is when we get ready is to, we'll start right here and put the fasten the crop netting on it. Actually, too, what I want to do, I want to hold that crop netting up, well, wherever it goes, down, because I'll have to tie it here. Wouldn't have to. I like to keep that netting up where you can work a little under it, but I think it will be. So you start down there and go all the way around, stretching it tight as we go, and when we get to the other side, just zip tie it off and cut it. And then I tell you what, I run one. The last time I put this up, I just run one strip down the middle, and right in here where there's nothing for it to grab, it kind of bunched up on itself. So this year I'm going to run 2 runs through here. We're going to have this crop netting up here from here down, and we're going to go from here as far as it'll go. Even if it don't go all the way in the middle, we'll just leave an opening in the middle. But when these vines come up through here walking, crawling and hooking up to the net, I want them to be able to just keep going. So I think it would be wise to run two. That's what we'll do. We'll run 2. And if I can find that, I'll do it now and get it over with. I'll show you what I do here. Or what I did before. I usually do this on rope and do it on rope. I can spin that a little, get her started. And then right here, yeah, that's gonna be off the ground. That'll be off the ground plenty. I just take me a zip tie, run me a zip tie around it. Handiest things in the world when it comes to stuff like this. You don't have to tighten it too tight right now. But I'll zip tie this and get it about where I want it. Loosely, I'm not tightening them yet till I get started. And then, well, this is get us one or two started. Pull that up here. That's about where it needs to be. Now we can pull that zip tie. This one I want up here in the corner, so we'll pull it. The rest of these can kind of work down. You don't need one, you know, at every joint now. Every other one, and this is a zipper on there. It takes it's no problem, no problem. And it really does. This crop netting is, as far as I'm concerned, is the way to go. Lord, I've had this for years. And let me tell you, I'll assure you it's UV protected. Because it's not gonna, you're not gonna have no problem with it. Because I've left this in the greenhouse, I've left it outside for years, and it's as strong today as it ever was. I think I got this. I don't know where I got it, to tell you the truth. I don't know if it's Memphis net or in twine or where it's at. Okay, that's all I do. And then if you can pick this up and spin it, which the whole thing don't weigh 20 pounds. And believe me, there's a lot on here. There's a lot on this. I just walk right around. Just like I'm a-going. Makes life easy. And you can leave it up for years. If you go through about every year, if you leave this up, you know, you'll need to go every year and put new zip ties on. That's for sure. New zip ties. Now, the best thing to do that I have found is to come right here. Then you want to stay, you're going that way. So you don't want to put your tie here and run into the post. You want to put it naturally on over here. And get started, pull the slack, zip it on there. That easy, man. That easy. Pull it up there. Make sure it's not hanging on nothing. And then zip her on there. Then we'll come back and put maybe one in between each one of these. Because these zip ties are strong. But once the sun works with it, they're not near as strong. Now, that's as tight as we need to pull that right there. And we, you know, we don't have to pull that this way. So we'll pull a slack and terminate it right here, right there. Okay, make sure everything's in order around this corner. Hanging on nothing, no screws or nothing. Then walk right over here to the next corner and we'll pull this right here up, get the top of it level with the top of this rail, and we'll put us a zip tie here and leave it loose a second. Reach right here and pull you a little slack, just a little, want everything uniform. Everything uniform when we start out here. Okay, that'll hold that up there. Then we'll come right here and we'll go around this corner, grab a hold of this right here and pull that over to the corner. That's all there are to it. Nothing, absolutely nothing to it really. Do the same here, pull it over. Yeah. And then we can come back to that in a minute, but I ain't going to. While I'm here, I'm just gonna 1 and 2, we'll go right here and we'll go ahead and get this done while we're here. And this will keep it straight onto the end. That's what we're after anyway, to keep this uniform like that right there. Right there. Okay, pull her over good and tight, and that's it. And I'll put one more at the bottom. And everything will be all locked in. Okay, right there. All right, that's it. Now, just like I said, it'll be exactly opposite here, going back that way. We can put one on there, just hold it up. Not tight, just hold it up there. Keeps it up where nothing's hanging. It's obvious. Pretty easy. Light as a feather. You know, that's what really makes it nice. See, there it's hanging on that bolt, so we don't want that. We don't want it hanging on that bolt. Now right here is where she's terminated at. I use her little nippers, little pruning nippers, and I just pop them right in the middle there. That's that. And then we'll lay this right here. And we'll pull this over and zip it, and other than going back and adding a few extra ties, we'll be done with the situation. I'll put one more at the top here and hold it up. Because here is where we're, yeah, right there. That will be where we're gonna be at right there. Yep, that's it. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Might as well to go ahead and put a couple more up here for good measure. And then right here in the corner. Then I take these nippers and I just snip them long ties that's sticking out there off. That's what I do. Now, gotta put one more here. And then these can be zip tied now. And you can come back and zip tie these anytime. Your beans can be halfway up the trellis far as that goes. Now, step right back down here, and just like I said, I snip them off. And you wouldn't have to, but they're kind of aggravating when you're going down through here trying to pick a bean and run a big tie wire into your eyes. So snip them off. Snip them off, man. That's why I'm snipping them off. And that's the only reason. How long's it took? Not very long, has it? Just like I say, I can come back anytime, finish them tie wires. I'm just trying to get this up and get it done today, and that way I won't have to do it tomorrow. Okay. Now, I don't know how long that took, but it wasn't too complicated, was it? Now, what I want to do is, this is aggravating, kindly. But we're going to try to do something a little different this time. I know it's aggravating, so I guess if I hook this right here, if it'll hook, it would if you didn't want it to. I'll show you it would, and spin that out. And let's just go down through here to the end. I knowed it would. I'll show you how to fix that. I'll show you how to do that. We'll sacrifice a tie wire right here. We have sacrificed a tie wire. That'll hold it. Now, rather than try to put this whole roll up on top there, this makes a lot more sense. Now we've got right there, and we'll go right through here and cut the middle of that. There's that thing. Yeah, pretty easy, wasn't it? Now, I want to start, we'll just lay this up there. If it'll lay up there, wind trying to gust a little, it might lay up there and it might not. It should hang on. It'd do better if I get this cut off here now. Bye tie wire. All right. Now, just take this and make sure that you've got the end of it. Yeah, that's what I want. Of this end, like this. And then get you a tie wire, which I'm going to have to go load up on again unless I've dropped every one of them. And put it right there. Put it right there, buddy. Yeah. Now, let's get a hold of this end, walk it right out through here. Just like that. And bring that up there. And I cut that a little long. And I done that for a reason. Let me, hold up. I must have dropped every one of my ties. It don't matter, let's go get some more. I've got some more laying down here. I was gonna put that over that other wire, and I got to thinking, if I do, to reach through there and pick those beans, because sometimes if you're on the inside of that picking beans, if it's good and hot outside and you want a little shade, if you've got 2 runs of that on there, it's gonna bind your hands up. And it would break your beans. It would break the beans, and we don't want broken beans unless we want to break beans. Right. Okay. Pull this around. Like that. Put one just like that. And shouldn't have tightened it. I shouldn't have tightened it. Right there, that tight. No, I'm gonna cut it off. Rather than to fight that, I will just cut it. That's why you leave them loose, dummy. Because when you snug them zip ties up, they ain't apt to slide too far. And that, my friend, is a fact. Now, let's see if we can slide it. Everything should just slide right on down. I said should. There, that lasting's binding a little. Okay. Yeah, see there? Now, we can get this right down here to the end, right there, and give it a little snug it up there. And then we can zip tie them, just like so. And we will be where we need to be. Let's get up here. And there. And this needs to be there. Yeah. I might order some more ties. I need more ties. Tie wires. Now, okay. Now we can go down to this end, and hopefully it's not hanging. Yeah, see there? Hanging on nothing. And we can pull this right there. That's where we want to have it, right there. We'll go right around this baby. And that's away from the this bowl just a little, but that's what we want. And that way, when we pull it, what it's gonna do, it'll tighten it just a little. It don't have to be too tight. It don't have to be too tight. Okay, see there? We want to stay up the hill as we go a little. Up the hill as we go. And that's where we'll zip it on at. There's a reason I left this little log on this end. I'll show you in a second. I guess you can see, I don't know. Okay. That's that. Now, where this hangs down, we'll just pull this down and zip tie it to this on the side here. A time or two, couple, it don't matter. That way it'll train those beans to just keep it going. They start swinging out there in the air trying to look for something to hang on to, they'll find something. And most of the time, it's their self. They'll just wrap around each other. Kind of make a bird nest. Pretty slick. Pretty slick as she goes there. Now, you come back here, and it don't have to be right there. Just go around both of them again. Maybe one right here just for good measure. Now what you're doing is you're getting the top and the bottom together. In other words, that extra tie that you're putting on is that you're going to put on anyway. You're capturing the top too. See, I don't think you'd have to do this. I know you wouldn't have to do it, but if there's what's to happen to be a lot of weight up there, you know, millions and millions and millions of green beans, it would prevent it from sagging. That's all. And I plan on leaving this on there for a year or 2 or 3. It'd last for 3 years easy. Oh, the netting would last, I don't know how long it'd last. This netting might last 10 years. But all you have to do is just come back and throw you a few new zip ties on. And that's all you'd have to do. That is all you would have to do. Okay, let's load up on ties again, looks like. It takes quite a few, more than you think. When you order them, order you 1,000. Order you 1,000 of them. Now, let's get a few more ties. I'm gonna load it up again. Do the same thing exactly on the other side. And exactly the same thing. I'll see if I can't find a place to hook this. I'll tell you what, I could tie it with a little, why would you want to do that? There's got to be a place to hook it. I'm gonna say right there, that ought to do it. That's what I thought the last time, it ought to do it. And it will. go just like I did last time. A little longer. I'm gonna go look, because I believe I've got this pull tighter. Needs 3. And 3, yeah, I'm gonna have to get the 3 down here, because it is tight. 1, 2, 3, yeah, we'll have to cut it right here. Let's cut the bottoms first. And then we can cut this one like that. Now, I'll just lay that right there. And again, what are they to it? Nothing. Nothing, man, nothing. Just let that lay there, and it might stay there. There's enough barbs on that stuff to hold it for a minute anyway. We'll pull this out and roll it up. Now we're gonna have to, we wanna get it off over here where it'll stay for a little while. Yeah, right there. Wait a minute now, don't you take off. Daggone you. We'll pull this one down, right there. And that way, we can wrap this around each other. Hopefully that'll hold it. If it don't, it'll just roll up. It won't be the end of the world, will it? This one here is what we want. And we want to start right here. Just like that. Yeah. And I might as well, while I'm here, is to go, no, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't doing it. I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna put these ties on. These ties, right where they belong. Yeah, right there. That'll do it now. Now we're set. We are set in the right direction, I think. I think we are. Yeah. What's the matter here? What have I done? Nothing. There we go. Now this one, this is where she overlaps this other one. Right there. Like that. Okay. To keep this in line and not pulling up, I do need to put a tie right here. It'll be a double, but that'll be it. Okay. Now, we can go over here and give this a tug, maybe, and get it to where it needs to be. Yeah, lay here, boy. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. You're trying to mess with me a little here. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Right there. Right here's where we'll put a tie. That's a fact, Jack. Now, we want to try our best to get this pulled up there, right there, right there, right there, where it needs to be, I think. Yeah, right here. That's what we want. I think we do, yeah. Yeah, I believe it'd be about right there. That's where it's gonna be anyway. If I can reach around there and get a tie. Okay. Now, we can just reach here and give us a little snug pull, and we're on there, see? Yeah. We'll pull this there and put a tie there. Should be using them little ties to do these big ones. But that's okay too, my friend. So there's you, boy. One more tie here on the end. It takes several of these ties, more than you would think. Now, what I want to do is, again, I'm going to trim these ties where nobody gets one in their eye, and then I'm going to trim this excess here off. I am, just like that, which is, this is junk right there, and then we'll go down through here. That's actually, might as well finish this. It won't take just another few seconds or minutes. And I'm just gonna wrap a tie till I run out here. It won't be many, a few. Probably less than half a dozen. Right here. And we'll pull that, just like that. And that's getting both of these. That's getting the top and that extra one that we was needing to put on, all at the same time. It sure was, and sure is. Maybe, oh goodness, 2 or 3 more. Two or three more. All right. One more little project here out of the way, and we'll go through and we'll snip them off. Just that simple. Just that simple. And we will be almost done. This one needs to be tightened, yeah. And that, my friend, is better than it was before. Now, these beans, when they start crawling up through here, there's no gap here, and there's no gap. They can just keep right on walking. And they'll be hanging in here like nobody's business. And this is off the ground, you can see here. It's off the ground quite a bit, quite a bit. There's one more thing. As usual, there's always, what am I hanging on? I've got that big net wrapped around me again. That's tough stuff, I tell you. Tough stuff. But anyway, I want to do one more thing. I want to come here and put me a zip wire. It don't have to be at the bottom. It'd be better higher up, right here. I want to put me a tie wire. At every post. At the top, which ain't but six or eight or something, six, right there. I just want to go around that post. You don't have to worry about the ends, just these posts here. Like that. And that's just a little bit more precaution to hold weight up, which it don't need it. I can tell you it don't. But anyway, that's over, that's done. And it's better to do that than not do it. That was my head thumped, if you want to know what that was thumped. Ka-thump. It's about where I'm at, right here. About a foot in is 6 foot, so you're fine out here. You know, it's over your head. But that's it, that's ready to roll. That's ready to be worked in and planted. If anybody wanted to plant it, you could do it today, as far as that goes, but no hurry. That's gonna be our beans, and so what you've got here, you've got 16, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. That's 40 foot. This cage right here, just around the side equals to a 40-foot row of beans, not factoring in that that's gonna cover the top and they're gonna hang down in there. So I think that that's a good way to raise a few beans. I surely do. Let me put this crop netting back in the greenhouse. I do want to rake around that where I was stomping around there. While I'm out here, it won't take a minute. Or if it takes 10, that'll be all right too, won't it? Now I've got from here, this wide, to walk through here, and not worry about not worry about stepping on my taters. So I'm raking anything that's big here off into the path. And then on the inside, I'll go around one more time, lightly hit this where the beans will kindly be. last year I growed my cabbage under here. Seemed to work good. Shaded it a little when it needed it. And you go right down the center of that. They're out of your way. You know, there's plenty of sun to get through there. Show you this rhizome. This is what I have to fight here is Johnson grass. And you can see, I suppose, that I'll show you if we get a little closer. This one is Johnson grass. I'm sure you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. This. And you can see them roots at every node here. You can see them roots up. Now this is dried out where it's been laying on top of the ground. That's what that tiller will chop that and get that out of there. It'll sling that up. But if you cut that here, you cut that in between those root nodes, and that booger will grow. That's why they're so detrimental, whatever you want to call it. All right, that'll be it today on the account that I'm tired. But you can see where the greenhouse is going to be. Not the greenhouse, but the bean trellis, right by the pigs, right by the taters. I like that better there. It kindly is out of the way. All right, that'll be it. Talk at you tomorrow or the next day.